right, so let's see what we have here. So amazing that this is a computer nowadays. So today's video, I have probably more experience than anything else with. Now, some of you may know I used to be in IT, and when I was in IT, I worked as a server administrator. I set up the servers, I then made the computers talk to the servers, and just made sure everything worked and ran off of that server correctly. So I've of course got the iMac and the MacBook now. And then actually, this is two computers. This is my Plex server where I stream all my media from, and this is like just a normal computer that I use. It's what this whole setup is for, kind of just like an office style desk. I've also got this little computer, but this is just a download computer. So special thanks to this company who was nice enough to send me one of their mini PCs. Now, this little PC that's in this whole box that's, barely bigger than my head, has 128 gigabytes of storage with 12 gigs of RAM. And I believe it comes with Windows 11, like just ready to go out of the box. Now, I've known of these PCs for a while. These normally range about $200 to $300 to $400, depending on the specs you get. My old boss was actually crazy enough to think that doctors' offices should run their main front desk computer off of something this tiny. These are great, but just not made for a doctor's office that has very proprietary software. So we're gonna get on the overhead rig, unbox this, and see everything that comes inside of this little box. And then we're gonna hook this thing up and see exactly what it does. So click like, click subscribe, indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch. And now let's check out this mini PC. All right, so this is our mini PC, and the front just says mini PC, portable design. Company's name, thanks to them again. Nothing really around the box besides the words mini PC. And the back has a little bit of our specs. You can see it's spec'd for US. The ROM's 128 gigs. You can see it's gray color and that it has 12 gigs of RAM. And it's the model number GK3V. So let's open it up. Wow, if seal is broken, product is used. All right, so let's see what we have here. So amazing that this is a computer nowadays. This is exactly like what my boss wanted to put into clients' offices. Let me say that these computers would be great for certain business tasks. If your business is running very special software, this computer is not what you're going to want. You're going to want a more standard computer if you have really special software. If you're just using Chrome for everything you do and it's all in the cloud, this computer would be absolutely exactly what you needed. It just depends on your setup. My old boss was trying to take these computers, put into offices that had very, very proprietary software that's designed to work on certain systems that I don't think would play well with this. Chrome is going to play well with anything. So, little look around it here. I love this design. Absolutely love it. Got a warning, during the system boot process, if you can't log into your personal account, please turn off Wi-Fi and LAN. Select the skip option and then log into your personal account in the system. I think what that's talking about is literally the Windows account. This is actually the workaround that I learned as well, which I made a whole video on, that if you have an issue logging into your account, you basically turn off Wi-Fi and LAN, and it gives you the only option to make a local account since you don't have internet. Intel inside, I don't know the processor. Looks like we got a little light here. Yeah, 12 gigs, 128 gig of RAM. That's pretty nice. So this has the J4125 processor. Over here, we've got 3 USBs and a power button. On this side, we have a VGA. And then back here, we've got 2 HDMIs, another USB, a LAN, mic, and the DC in. Very nice little design. Let's see what else we got down in here. Just your wow, it came with an HDMI cable. Nice. And then the power supply for the computer. That's all it needs. And oh, look at that. Very nice. Instructions and a mount. Hold on. So a nice, very detailed instruction guide. Looks like in every language that you'd need here. So that's always helpful. Even shows you how to add you can add a drive to this? Wow. Oh, depending on the model. Okay. Dang. Okay. And then this is pretty cool. You got your screws and everything. And this is actually a wall mount plate. So it looks like you could mount this plate to the wall with the screws and stuff. And then, yeah. Looks like right in there, those would slide and lock into place. Boom. Now the little computer is wall mounted. Interesting. Well, that should do it for this mini PC unboxing. Now I guess let's find us a monitor and get this whole thing set up and just kind of take a look at the specs and kind of try to load a YouTube video or something and see how that does. All right, so let's get this set up. Do that, do that. Let's run our HDMI cable, like 2 feet. And we're gonna go from HDMI 1 into the only HDMI on this one. Then our power cable, which it's at least maybe 3 feet long, I'd say, give or take. And plug this in. Now we should just need a little mouse and keyboard. All right, got a little standard Dell keyboard here. I'm just gonna kind of snake it around to one of these USB ports. Pick the one on the side. And then lastly, a little normal generic mouse. So we've wired everything up and we've got this little light on the front and the power button here. So we'll click that. That turns blue and we should get a nice prompt here on our screen. There we go. Look at that Windows icon. So a moment of truth here. This is actually my first time with Windows 11. I tried to install Windows 11 on this desktop and those desktops and it wouldn't work. So man, what a reflection. This will be my first time on Windows 11. Wow, very different. Wow, what a difference. I'm truly surprised by this. I used to do this daily. All right, so our account's made and it's getting ready to show us Windows 11. Now we're at this stage, annoying stage of Windows. And I'll be darned, there it is. My first time on Windows 11. Wow, very nice, very easy setup. So far the speed looks good. Let's try a few things out. So we have it on Wi-Fi. Let's see what kind of speeds we get. We're literally in this room as this device. So let's see what it looks like. So not the fastest network card in the world, but definitely more than enough to stream you a 4K video or something like that. And the upload looks great too. Man, Windows 11 is so different. It's like the same, but very different. Can we get to, no, wait. Yeah. So this has a Celeron J4125 at 2 gigahertz. It does have 12 gigs of RAM, which is a lot for a computer this small. And yeah, 2.4 gigahertz wireless. It does have Ethernet. And so the only other thing I can think of is actually the drive, which is this 128 gigabyte SSD right here. So it should be pretty fast for reading and writing and doing things like that. The small form factor of this PC is what it's really made for. It's perfect. It's perfect for locations where you don't have a lot of room. As you can tell, this whole thing is like barely the size of my hand. They make little mounts for these that make it very, very easy to mount these behind a monitor or on a wall where that they're out of the way. Where these computers really shine at is if you have an office that maybe just uses Chrome for almost everything. Now, Chromebooks are great, but if you buy this thing, you get a better processor, you get way more RAM, and you still get the speed of the Chromebook without sacrificing everything else. Plus, you can plug this into HDMI, VGA, older monitors, newer monitors. You get a lot more options with this, and it's at a much, much cheaper price point than other devices. These will run anywhere from $250 to $400 depending on the specs you get, while a full business PC is going to run you anywhere from $600 to $800. So of course, I'll have this exact same mini PC linked down below in my description if you'd like to grab one for yourself. I truly think they're great as maybe media PCs, for streaming stuff. Basically, if you have a job that's all in Chrome and you ain't got to install any special programs, these would be great. Also, if you're using mainly Microsoft programs or big name programs, this would also probably serve pretty good for those. You don't want a very heavy processor intensive software on these computers because the processor is just not that powerful compared to what you'll get for much more money. So that'll do it for this one. Click like, click subscribe, indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch, and we'll see you in the next one. Deuces.